Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here and welcome back to our next episode of the SWE Universe Mode. We are here for our second out of 3 Adrenaline pay-per-views in this Universe Mode. It is going to be Chaos Theory with some massive matches here for you this evening, including of course that big match between Bryan and Adam Cole for the Intercontinental Championship, and Samoa Joe versus Kevin Owens for the Adrenaline Championship. But first, to kick tonight's show off, we have our Tag Team Championship match. One that was only announced in our previous episode, of course. The Kings of Wrestling, Cesaro and Cassius Ohno, will be taking on reDragon's Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, and this is going to be special. This really is going to be good. This is a match that I've been looking forward to for quite some time. These guys are the top of the top, aren't they, really? The best of the best, and that's exactly what we're going to see here. There we go then, Cesaro and Cassius Ohno. Like I said, these two guys only made their debut in the previous episode. Bryan brought them in, saying that the numbers game of the Undisputed Era was getting too much for everybody involved. Therefore, he decided to even up the numbers and bring in 2 of his good friends. And of course, the Kings of Wrestling are an incredible tag team on their own as well. Good times. And of course, there was a 6-man tag in the main event of our previous episode of Adrenaline. And in that one, Cesaro did suffer the pinfall to Adam Cole, the Intercontinental Champion. So you would feel like the momentum at this point in time is in the hands of the Undisputed Era. But that momentum can swing massively here this evening if the Kings of Wrestling and Bryan can take the championships away from the Undisputed Era. Undisputed Era looking so dominant, coming out of the All or Nothing pay-per-view a few episodes back, walking out with 4 of the 5 championships in Adrenaline. Of course, the tag team belts, Taynara Conti with the women's belt, and of course Adam Cole the Intercontinental Championship. And they are on an absolute high at the moment, but it's all about prolonged dominance, isn't it, really? That could change quite easily. And these two guys here, Cesaro and Sheamus, Cesaro and Cassius Ohno, their first match as an actual tag team. Of course, they've had that 6-man tag, but first match as a proper functional tag team, the 2 of them in this Adrenaline Universe Mode, in the Universe Mode in general. I don't think we've seen them at all so far as a team. But yeah, this is going to be special. Very effective tag team and could be champions by the end of this match as well. As we await the entrance of our tag team champions. There they are. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, the Undisputed Era. reDragon, to use their Ring of Honor, well, their indie name before they joined WWE. How great it's going to be to have these guys actually on the game in 2K19. It's going to be awesome, isn't it? And I'm hoping they are going to be decent this year, WWE, or 2K, or Ukes, whoever makes these games or makes the decisions, because DLC is a bit of a rip-off, isn't it? And well, Undisputed Era, they cannot not be on the game, if that makes sense. They have to be on the game straight away. People like War Machine, people like Ricochet, not yet debuted is my worry. And if they debut after Mania, then they definitely will be DLC. But I'm hoping that we see them beforehand. It'd be interesting if Ricochet is just brought straight on the main roster, because of course Triple H taking control of 205 Live. Bringing Ricochet straight onto the main roster, straight into 205 Live as one of the main names would be awesome. I'm a little bit against Ricochet being part of 205 Live because I don't want him to get lost in just basically in that, because it's the sort of thing that you can just get stuck in, isn't it, really? And I don't want him to be defined as a cruiserweight. I think Ricochet's got the ability to go all the way and fight for championships. So there's your champions then, Kyle O'Reilly on the left, Bobby Fish on the right. Held the belts now for quite a considerable amount of time since the previous season of SWE. And of course defeated the Motor City Machine Guns at the previous pay-per-view to retain the championships as well. Will they be able to do the same thing here this evening? Although I do think that, no offence obviously to to Motor City Machine Guns, but I do think that Cesaro and Cassius Ohno are a step up from the Motor City Machine Guns. Cesaro and Cassius Ohno, one of the most legendary tag teams the indie scene has ever seen. Two top-class competitors. And this could be difficult for them, as we're going to start things off then with Bobby Fish and Cassius Ohno. And straight away, Fish launching Ohno over the top, but Ohno catching Fish. Of course, Ohno's main strength is his strikes. He's taking Bobby Fish up into a jackknife powerbomb. Well, that's going to do some damage this early in the morning. Early in the morning? Early in the match. Sorry, it's quite early in the morning I'm recording this, I must admit. Earlier than I would normally do stuff. Oh, wow. Ohno now pile driver. Wow, Cassius Ohno demolishing Bobby Fish here. Fish has been able to get virtually no offense in at all, as Ohno once again taking Fish up. Oh, Liger Bomb. Oh my god, we look like we're going to have brand new champions here at this rate, aren't we? Reverse Dragon Sleeper here by Ohno on Bobby Fish, but Bobby Fish able to break free and just gets caught straight away by Cassius Ohno again, sending Fish into the corner. Some big strikes. Now trying to force his foot into the face of Fish, but Fish fighting it back and sending Ohno face first into the mat. And Bobby Fish does escape over to his partner, Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly now dropping Cassius Ohno in the backdrop. Now into a German suplex. Keeps the grip. Straight into a vertical suplex. Wow. Nice trio of suplexes there by Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly now heading up to the middle rope. Dropping the double elbows. And I'm never sure what that actually hits. It looks like the double elbows hit the face and the double knees hit the gut of Cassius Ohno. So it's sort of like a combined maneuver there, really, isn't it? Doing lots of damage to different parts of the body. But since Bobby Fish has tagged in Kyle O'Reilly, this match really has turned back around for reDragon. Wow, as O'Reilly just slamming the face of Ohno into the top turnbuckle. Ohno rolls out the way. Catches O'Reilly in the front chancery now. Oh. Hit that gut wrench suplex, and now Ohno looking to bring in his fresh partner. There he does. He brings in Cesaro. I always wonder about the AI of this game when it takes them so... It's a bit difficult for them to figure out how to get to their partner and tag. You'd think they'd know the perfect path in, wouldn't you, really? But it was a bit iffy there by Ohno, sort of wandering around the corner, couldn't quite get in the right zone to make the tag, but eventually did, luckily enough. Cesaro now slamming the knee of Kyle O'Reilly into the mat. I must admit, this is my second time recording this, man. I got so annoyed. I was supposed to record this last night, and I, what was it? I got 3 matches in and my computer crashed. And the one thing about the Elgato that I don't like, the Elgato is the piece of equipment I'm using to record this. One thing I really don't like about it is if your computer crashes during a recording, you lose everything. It deletes the whole video. So it's really, really frustrating. So I've, yeah, I've had to redo all of this, and I'm not going to say what happened last time, but it was pretty awesome. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm hoping this pay-per-view either way is going to be pretty awesome. We've got some great matches for you. Of course, we've got this match. Next up, we've got Rey Mysterio defending his Cruiserweight Championship against Desmond Xavier. Then we've got Taynara Conti defending the Women's Championship against Rachael Ellering. We've got the 6-man elimination World Cup final between, of course, Team Canada and Team USA. The winners of that one will be crowned the World Cup winners. And this is a little prelude, because there is an idea between myself and PJ Toby to do a more long-standing version of a World Cup. And we're thinking of bringing that in maybe during the Football World Cup later on, so definitely keep an eye out for that. We've got Adam Cole, of course, defending his Intercontinental Championship against Daniel Bryan. We've got that big match as well between AJ Styles and Sami Zayn, as announced in the previous show. #1 contendership for the Adrenaline Championship. And then, of course, Samoa Joe defending his Adrenaline Championship against Kevin Owens. So, effectively, by the end of tonight's show, we will know our main event for our big finale episode, Shabby Mania. It's going to be Sami Zayn or AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe or Kevin Owens. There's the hot tag by Cesaro back into Cassius Ohno, who just comes running straight across with the running elbow. And again, it's more of a forearm than an elbow, isn't it? But Ohno really known for his strikes. He's absolutely brutal with them strikes. Cesaro drops to the outside as Ohno hits that massive big boot from across the ring. But the problem is, if he goes for the pin now, he's got no protection, has he? Nice German suplex by Ohno on Fish, and Fish trying to crawl his way to O'Reilly. And you see Hero just trying to delay it a bit of time, really, to allow Cesaro to get back up. But I don't think Cesaro is just absolutely knackered out. So Ohno's going to go for the pin anyway. But Kyle O'Reilly should make this across the break, and he does. Just a numbers game there, getting effect once again with Cesaro down the outside. Oh, what a boot in the gut that was by Bobby Fish on Chris Hero. Brings him out to sit out powerbomb from the corner. Bobby Fish now on the top rope as Cassius Ohno slowly getting back up, but Cesaro creeping up behind Bobby Fish and just pushed him off that top rope. But Fish able to make the tag while Ohno still trying to get his bearings back. O'Reilly now bringing Ohno back up to his feet. No, Ohno blocking the suplex and gets a suplex of his own on O'Reilly. And Ohno comes across and brings in Cesaro once again. Of course, a lot at stake in this match too. Fantastic tag teams. And I feel like this match, I know it's got nothing to do with the match later on, but I feel like this match here might swing even more momentum in the favour of both Adam Cole or Daniel Bryan. There's that massive uppercut. I think it's called the very European uppercut, I think he calls it. Yeah, like I said, I think this match might have a bearing on the match later on as well. Just the way that things go, I think if Adam Cole sees the Undisputed Era retain the championship, Cesaro locks in the sharpshooter on Kyle O'Reilly, and he tapped. Kyle O'Reilly's tapped out to the sharpshooter, and the Kings of Wrestling are your brand new tag team champions. Wow. Wow, wow, wee wow. Brand new tag team champions. Crowned here at Chaos Theory. It didn't look possible, did it? Let's face it. The way that everything was going, I never even assumed that reDragon... I thought reDragon were going to keep the belts the whole way through this universe mode, but wow, great work by not only Cesaro and Cassius Ohno, but also Daniel Bryan for bringing these guys in. He knew exactly what he needed to get things back on track, get things back in his favour, and he was able to use the numbers game to do so. Wow. What a win. And like I said, with Undisputed Era now losing some of the championships, might that give Daniel Bryan a little bit more momentum later on this evening when he goes into his Intercontinental Championship match. And here is our next match of the evening. It is going to be Desmond Xavier versus Rey Mysterio Jr. for the Cruiserweight Championship. And I'm a little bit worried here, I must admit, because it looks like the game has gone haywire again. And it looks like we may have... I don't know, it doesn't like the Cruiserweight Championship, this game, at all. It really doesn't, and it keeps removing it from the match, and it keeps removing Rey Mysterio as the champion for some bizarre reason. I'm not quite sure why it keeps doing it, but yeah, it's annoying. It's really annoying. It looks like it might have done it here again, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't think it is going to be though, is it? Bloody game. What a disappointing game. Constantly bloody breaking. It's one of the things that they're going to have to fix next year. No, I did they did do a survey on Twitter a couple of weeks back. Or maybe a week or so ago. I did it myself. It's they put out a survey on, or 2K put a survey on how they could improve the game, and I spent a lot of time on that survey, giving them all the information that I could possibly think of. I don't know if they are going to actually read it or do anything with it, but I spent a lot of time filling that out and giving him all the information that I could think of where I think the game could be better utilised, and I think there is a lot of issues. The game is pretty good, but it's just frustrating how close they are to having something which is very good. And just a few little tweaks would really make it a lot better. But there you go. I think one of the main things I like the match creator. I think the match creator is a very good thing, but I feel like there is potentially a better way of doing it. I don't think it's quite as open and free as I hoped it was going to be. I think there could have been some really, really cool stuff in there, but they're just, I don't know, they just sort of missed off a few aspects that, like I was looking at it the other day, and it's like you can turn a battle royal, for example, a 6-man battle royal or an 8-man battle royal, you can turn into elimination by pinfall or submission, but you can't put, you can't allow them to exit the ring. They can only stay inside the ring. Like, that just makes the match look a bit funny, doesn't it, really? So there's just a lot of things that I think that would be great if you could change on there. And simple things like you have to have a Royal Rumble match in the Royal Rumble arena. It's like if I want a 10-man over-the-top rope gauntlet battle royal, which essentially is a Royal Rumble, maybe I don't want it to have to be at the Rumble. If I want to have it in the universe mode, for example, so I set it up in, for example, a show of Adrenaline, and for some reason your universe mode changes location to the Royal Rumble arena. It's like, that makes no bloody sense. Anyway, I'm going to stop moaning about it now. Nice little Hurricanrana sending Desmond and Xavier face first there by Rey Mysterio. And Rey Mysterio has looked like an absolute demon, hasn't he, since he came back into SWE. Of course, he wasn't drafted last year. But he eventually, in the last season, but he eventually was given an opportunity to join the Adrenaline roster by PJ Tovey. He joined the Cruiserweight division there and obviously won the belt on his second ever match in Adrenaline. His first ever match was the #1 Contendership, which he won. His second match was winning the championship. So that was at Shabby Mania as well, I believe. So he did pretty well. He's held the belt ever since, defended it in a triple threat match at the previous pay-per-view against both Rich Swann, and Johnny Gargano. But you look at this and it's tricky to think, isn't it? It's like, is a singles match more difficult than a triple threat, or is it easier in triple threat? I think there's different ways of looking at it. So, for example, Rey in the triple threat match didn't have to do all the damage. Rich Swann and Gargano did damage themselves and each other. But you do have to obviously keep an eye on two different wrestlers at the same time. Whereas in a singles match, you just got to concentrate on one. But in a triple threat, you can disappear outside. You can have a few seconds break. You can rest yourself up a bit. Whereas in a singles match, you can't. You have to be constantly on it. So there's a lot of twos and fro's. So to win a triple threat match and to win a singles match against a very capable opponent like Desmond Xavier would show, to me anyway, that Rey Mysterio Jr. is definitely one of the top guys that we had. There's the big frog splash, of course, representing his good friend Eddie Guerrero, in there for a 2 count though. Rey once again now heading up to the middle rope, tries to drop a big splash, but Xavier bringing Rey back up to his feet, a boot in the gut now, hooking the arms and the legs. Oh, sidewinder suplex. Thought he might be going for a package pile driver there for a second. Xavier now heading up to the top himself. Oh, spiral tap sent on. Wow, is that enough for Desmond Xavier to become your new Cruiserweight champion? There's the pin. 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2 count. Rey Mysterio kicked out. Xavier can't believe it. He thought he had that match won there. I thought he had the match won there as well, to be honest with you. They bring in Rey back up to his feet. There's a clothesline. A second big clothesline. Ducks one from Rey, then caught him in the face with a super kick. Oh, but Rey playing possum. There's the pin 1. Only a 1 count. I don't know what's going on outside my flat at the moment. I think somebody's moving in or moving out. I just keep seeing furniture float past my front window, but I can't see any people. So I'm getting pretty freaked out, to be honest. What's going on? I'll be moving soon as well myself, actually. Which might mean I might go a bit quiet on the uploads for a week or two until I get my internet sorted, but I'm hoping to get ahead of myself first. Xavier there with a neck breaker on Rey Mysterio Jr. Xavier hopping over the top. Now up on the top turnbuckle. And there's the spiral tap once again. Is that going to be enough? It's the second time he's hit it in this match. There's the pin on Rey Mysterio. Do we have a brand new Cruiserweight champion? Again, Mysterio's kicked out. How the bloody hell is Mysterio kicked out of that? That is crazy. Xavier again, once again, up on the middle rope. Nice tornado DDT. Xavier now bringing Rey back up to his feet. Oh, nice butterfly powerbomb as well. And Rey dominated such a large portion of the early match. And now Rey can barely get any offense at all. He's constantly down. Xavier sending Rey into the corner. Again up on the middle rope. This time rolls him through into the sunset flip. Desmond and Xavier now very, very happy with himself, as he should be. He's doing pretty well here. Xavier now bringing Rey up to his feet. Oh, Rey sliding out the way into a reverse DDT on Desmond and Xavier. Rey bringing Desmond back up to his feet now, springing him off into the corner. What's Rey going to go for now? Nice seated senton. Rey fighting back all of a sudden, showing his resilience. That's what he's well known for. Into the wheelbarrow bulldog as well. Rey bringing Desmond and Xavier back up to his feet. Again, another wheelbarrow bulldog. There's the pin by Rey. 1, 2, and 3. And Rey Mysterio out of nowhere. It looked for the last 5 minutes of this match that he was destined to be the ex-Adrenaline Cruiserweight champion. But he continues his reign with that win over Desmond and Xavier. Wow. What a comeback that was. For both guys, really, because Rey dominated the early portion of the match. That frog splash and everything. But then Desmond and Xavier took full control with 2 of these spiral taps. There's the second one. But Rey able to fight back. Oh, that's a replay of the second one. That's a replay of the replay, that one. But he was able to fight back, and Rey showing his resilience, kicking out of that, of course. And well done, Rey Mysterio Jr. Wow. Absolutely pulled it out of the bag here. Really done well. And still your Cruiserweight champion. As I said, the game for some reason decided there's no belt involved. And here's our next match of the evening. It is going to be a women's championship match here as Taynara Conti defends against Rachael Ellering. So what came out of nowhere, this Rachael Ellering? I just assumed when we had the triple threat match, we had Io Shirai, Santana Garrett and Rachael Ellering. I just assumed that, I don't know why Io Shirai was going to win that one. I'm a big fan of Io Shirai. She's a top quality wrestler. And I just thought it was going to be her night, but apparently not. Rachael Ellering had completely different ideas, and now we get this big match here with Taynara Conti getting her first championship defense after winning the belt from Paige at the last pay-per-view. In quite a dominant fashion as well, if I remember correctly. And here comes Rachael Ellering, one of the most generic looking cores we've got, but, you know, she won the match. I can't take that away from her. And this should be very interesting then. And of course, once again, Taynara Conti, will be on her own out here because, well, essentially, there's a reDragon backstage trying to get over the fact they just lost. And Adam Cole is preparing for his big match later on this evening against Daniel Bryan. As we get ready for the entrance of our champion, there she is, Taynara Conti. seems to have got a bit absent recently in NXT, which is a bit disappointing. Again, I've not watched much since the last pay-per-view, so it'd be interesting to see what we get from her when she does make her return. Whether she's still part of Undisputed Era in real life, I've got no idea. It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be just that one-off appearance, I think, by the looks of it. And obviously that one-off appearance happened about 2 or 3 days before our draft. So it sort of threw that into... well, it threw that open a bit, didn't it, really, for us? So we went with it in the anticipation it would be good. But, yeah, it just seems to be... yeah, gone off the boil a bit. I don't know what's happened there, to be honest. I like Taynara Conti, though. Like I said before, she was one of the women that I didn't know anything about when I came into the Mae Young Classic, but she really, out of nowhere, just shocked me with her abilities. So there we go, the Women's Championship is what's for grab. One of the most ugliest championships I believe I've ever made. But, you know, shit happens, doesn't it? Rachael Ellering, then, the son of... The son? The daughter of course, Paul Ellering, the manager of the Authors of Pain. Maybe he should be a manager. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? That would be pretty cool, actually. So from Brazil, of course, Taynara Conti. She has the black belt because she is trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu! Is that racist? I don't know, actually. It could be. The referee shows Ellering what she can win here this evening before raising the championship and living all of his dreams in his head about one time being the Adrenaline Women's Champion. As Taynara Conti instantly just flattering Ellering. Strikes in the face as well. I can get well confused now. There's furniture floating the other way now as well. There's furniture floating from the van into the house now. There's furniture. I don't know what's going on here. It's confusing. I'm getting so distracted by just the random sideboards floating past my front window. What a world we live in, I tell you. Is Ellering actually taking some control in this match? And there's that big sidewalk slam on Taynara Conti. Ellering now sending Conti to the outside. Straight into the announce table now. And Ellering really out of nowhere getting some great offense in this match. And this could be such an interesting night, couldn't it, really? Can you think of what would happen if we go from Undisputed Era holding all these championships to Undisputed Era holding nothing? Can you imagine how crazy that would be of a night? But Taynara Conti turning things around. Of course, we already know Undisputed Era have lost the tag team champ. Oh my god, a headbutt. We already know that Undisputed Era have lost the tag team championships, like we said. We've got the Women's Championship and the Intercontinental belt still. This is worrying, I think, for them. But Taynara Conti taking Ellering down. Oh, again, Taynara Conti with the headbutts. Absolutely brutal. Conti now bringing Ellering back up. There's a big right hand in the face, but Conti fighting back with a jawbreak again, using her head as a weapon, now locking in that cross armbar on Ellering. This is how she won the championship, and this is how she retains it, locking it in out of nowhere. And Rachael Ellering had to tap, and Taynara Conti is still your women's champion. Wow. Wow, 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 indeed. Taynara Conti, absolute dominant performance once again. She is showing PJ Tovey and the Undisputed Era what it is to be a champion. Oh, and she's going to continue the assault here on Rachael Ellering as well. Taynara Conti just adding insult to injury. And here we go with our next match of the evening. It is going to be that big World Cup final. We've got Team Canada versus Team USA in a 6-man tag tornado elimination match. So every single member of a team has to be pinned to be eliminated from this match. So it can't just be a quick one-off lucky win. It's going to have to be something special to pull this off. And here we go then. First of all, we have got Team Canada. We've got Bobby Roode leading the team there, the front. We've got Michael Elgin on the left and P.T. Williams on the right. A very top-class team, actually. And, of course, they finished third. Did they finish third? Yeah, they finished third in all three matches. No, finished second, sorry, in all three matches, which is pretty impressive, actually. Very impressive. Of course, USA won one, came third, and won. Sorry, USA won 2 matches and come third in the other one, which is why they finished top with 8 points. Oh, sorry, 10 points. I can't read or count there for a second. And of course, Canada came third in all 3, which gave them 9 points. So USA did win the tournament as such, point-wise, but of course the big finale is here. They're going to have to prove their abilities. So you've got P.T. Williams, who... was he the only one who didn't... well, I say they all completely second, didn't I? What am I about? P.T. Williams lost in the final to Kushida. Bobby Roode lost in the final to Austin Aries. And Michael Elgin lost in the final to Roderick Strong. So you know that both Austin Aries and Roderick Strong have already pinned 2 members of this match. 2 of their opponents. And here they are then, Austin Aries in the middle there at the back. We've got Gargano on this near side on the left. And Roderick Strong on the far side, of course, the right. And they're going to fancy themselves for this match. Definitely. Look at Gargano there just staring down Bobby Roode. So we are ready to go then. 6-man tag elimination to be crowned the World Cup winners here in Adrenaline. Is this season 4? I think this is season 4 now, isn't it? Boom, the bell goes and we are underway. And straight away, Bobby Roode sliding to the outside. And I forgot to mention, this is also no disqualification. So weapons are allowed. I don't know why. I just thought it'd be good fun just to have a lot of action going on. So 6-man tag elimination, no disqualification. And you think whoever gets the first tag is going to be in a pretty strong position, to be honest. Because that would change the numbers to 3-on-2, which is pretty big. As we see Aries going off. This is quite interesting, this actually, because Aries has gone off with Bobby Roode. Gargano's gone off with P.T. Williams. And Elgin's gone off with Strong, which are all people that were involved in their matches. So they've actually gone off back into the pairs that they had in their matches. So, of course, Strong pinned Elgin. And Aries pinned Roode. That's Hurricanrana there by Johnny Gargano. And then a boot right in the face of Bobby Roode, as well as there's a sharpshooter locked in by P.T. Williams on Austin Aries, and Gargano manages to get across to break it. Wow. That could have been interesting, couldn't it? As Elgin now taking Aries up on his shoulder, dropping him face first across that top turnbuckle. And Roderick Strong now going after Elgin with that knee strike in the face, and Gargano dropping Bobby Roode face first in the mat as well. Bobby Roode now just taking the mickey out of Gargano there, as we saw the attempted pin by P.T. Williams blocked by Austin Aries. It's such back and forth, it's difficult to say who's in winning this match at this point in time. Well, all 3 Americans are on their feet while 2 of the Canadas are down, but Elgin now launching Austin Aries across the ring. But Gargano catching Elgin for a chance to make it even more dangerous. Elgin sending Gargano into the corner. Michael Elgin now looking for a buckle bomb on Johnny Gargano. Aries still struggling on the outside. And this is the opportunity here for Canada to try and get an elimination while they are in control, the numbers. Give them that permanent numbers control. All 6 men back in the ring now. There was Bobby Roode trying to pin Gargano, but Aries was there to block it off. Oh, Strong was stalking. P.T. Williams, and Elgin noticed it and just came round and caught Roderick Strong with the Elgin bomb. Just Strong being hit by one of Michael Elgin's finisher maneuvers, and now Strong is, well, this could be interesting. Strong stalking Elgin while Gargano's taken out Johnny Gargano, and Peter Williams down the outside. This could be the first elimination. There's the pin. All 3 Americans in the ring. 2 Canada guys are on the outside, and they needed to get that pin there on Elgin to get the full control in this match. As now P.T. Williams comes back in, and Williams catching Aries in a powerbomb and stacks him up as well, looking for a pin, but Roderick Strong was able to break it up. Now Strong, what is Gargano going for here? Strong backbreaker. Oh no, my word. I don't even know what to say about that. Strong with a backbreaker on P.T. Williams as Gargano just sent Elgin to the outside in that superplex. That is brutal. Elgin now on the outside, making Gargano think about this suplex. And all of a sudden, Canada is in control. P.T. Williams snaps suplex in the middle of the ring on Roderick Strong. Aries now just snatching that sledgehammer away from Bobby Roode, and Aries just trying to turn things around. But P.T. Williams in the middle of the ring has the sharpshooter locked in on Roderick Strong. Will we see our first elimination? We do. Roderick Strong is eliminated, and Canada are ahead on the numbers now. 3-2 on the numbers. Wow, will Johnny Gargano and Austin Aries be able to do this? Of course, it's going to be tricky for them now. Ooh. Especially now with Gargano on the outside. It is 3-on-1 in the middle of the ring. P.T. Williams, oh my god, there's the Canadian Destroyer on Austin Aries. And that surely has got to be another elimination. There's the pin. 1, 2. And no, it's only a 2. Aries kicked out. Gargano back in the ring. Needs to try and get some offense. Needs to try and turn this match back around in his favour at the moment. Oh, he's going to get hit by a glorious DDT, isn't he? Oh, Team Canada here is destroying Gargano. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. Gargano's gone. It is 3-on-1, people. It is Elgin, Roode, and P.T. Williams versus Austin Aries. Aries may have won his match, but I don't think it matters now, does it? Wow. Michael Elgin, inverted Death Valley driver on Austin Aries. And remember, P.T. Williams has got 2 of the pins in this match now. Aries fighting back with the neck breaker, but the numbers game is too much for him. Or is it? If Aries can get an elimination here, that'd be amazing. Oh, but Aries caught, rolled over in the sharpshooter. Is Aries going to tap? Aries does tap, and there we go. Team Canada with a clean sweep win the World Cup. Wow. That was pretty one-sided, and Canada, who actually came second points-wise, but in the big finale, able to just demolish Team America. And I believe P.T. Williams, if I remember correctly, I believe P.T. Williams got all 3 eliminations. 2 sharpshooters and a Canadian Destroyer. Am I right? Or am I wrong? I might be wrong. Well, definitely 2... look at that. At this point in time, I thought it could have been so different. If Elgin had stayed down for that freak out, it would have been so different. But there we go. Team Canada are victorious. And you know what? These guys seem like a pretty strong trio, don't they, really? You might see some more of them so far in this universe mode. And that's what I'd love to see on 2K19 as well, is the ability to make a trios championship. That would be awesome. I'd go for that. And here we go. Here's our next match of the evening. It is going to be Daniel Bryan taking on Adam Cole for the Intercontinental Championship. And so far, of course, we've seen the Kings of Wrestling take the tag team belts away from reDragon this evening. Will we see another championship change hands here now? That is going to be an interesting look, isn't it? As first we get then our challenger, Daniel Bryan, accompanied to the ring by the brand new tag team champions. Somewhere. They're knocking around somewhere. Alright, there they are at the back. Making their way down the ramp now. And it's just a bit of moral support. I don't know if they'll, well, if they'll get too much involved in the match, to be honest, but you never know. As Daniel Bryan only arrived on week number 1 of this month, but ever since then he has been fantastic, really, hasn't he? Defeating both Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly in singles competition, and now this is his chance to try and take the Intercontinental Championship away from the Undisputed Era as well. Good old Daniel Bryan, eh? Good old Daniel Bryan. And then, of course, his opponent, the man who's been pretty dominant so far in SWE, alongside his tag team. But, of course, like we've said already, the tag team is no longer as dominant as it once was. As now, as you can see, only one of those men is now holding gold. And this is going to be a very, very good match. I don't think Daniel Bryan and Adam Cole ever faced each other, did they? I don't think so. I feel like Daniel Bryan would have been in WWE before Adam Cole really made it big on the indie scene. Of course, Adam Cole came through the Combat Zone Wrestling Academy, which is pretty cool, isn't it? Just shows how good Combat Zone Wrestling Academy is, actually, isn't it? So here we go then, Adam Cole versus Daniel Bryan. The match we've waited to see all month long is finally upon us. Intercontinental Championship. We did have a 6-man tag match at the end of the last episode, on which, of course, Adam Cole pinned Cesaro. But now Adam Cole and Daniel Bryan get a chance to go one-on-one. In theory, one-on-one. So I'm not quite sure what effect, obviously, the Kings of Wrestling or reDragon are going to have at ringside. Hopefully they're going to let this match go, but you never know. And of course, don't forget, we've still got 2 big more matches left for you after this one. We have got the match between Sami Zayn and AJ Styles to become the #1 contender for the Adrenaline Championship. And then, of course, we have got the Adrenaline Championship match later on between Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens. So, as I said earlier on, by the end of tonight's show, we should know our main event for Shabby Mania. Referee holds the Intercontinental Championship up high. This is going to be good. The bell goes, we are underway. I love that Cesaro is still wearing his suit and his sunglasses outside. Adam Cole now bringing Bryan back up to his feet, big elbow in the top of the head. And now rocking with the strikes, and Adam Cole, a very strong start from him. Into the neckbreaker on Daniel Bryan. Adam Cole now bringing Bryan back up to his feet. Into the far corner. Hit Bryan with an elbow in the face, but Bryan fighting back. Catching Adam Cole in that butterfly suplex. Lovely. Daniel Bryan, big overhand. And into a short DDT. Daniel Bryan now dropping elbow into Adam Cole, and Cole now starting to rock a little bit. Bryan DDT now heading up in the corner to the middle rope. Stalking Adam Cole as he slowly gets back up to his feet. And there's a stiff dropkick. Wow, launch Adam Cole halfway across the ring with that dropkick. Bryan now gets caught out there. He was going to go for a suplex of his own, but Adam Cole reversed it. And so far, both these guys really just feeling each other out at the early start of this match. Oh, rake of the eyes by Daniel Bryan. That is a bit in it. Boom. Right hand right in the gut by Bryan, who now looks for a butterfly suplex, but Adam Cole able to roll it through and take Daniel Bryan down now. Adam Cole just choking the ground at Daniel Bryan. A boot right in the chest of Bryan as well. Adam Cole heading up to the middle rope. Oh, spins around. He's going to go for an elbow drop. It might be for a moonsault there for a second, but I must admit I don't think I've ever seen Adam Cole go for a moonsault, so probably wasn't going to happen, was it? Let's face it. Cole now sending Bryan over the top. Oh, tries to knock him off the apron, but Bryan catching him with the boot in the face. Now springboard drop kick, and wow. Great work here by Daniel Bryan. Went for the kick in the calf. You know what happens there? He drops down. And then he gets the strikes, Daniel Bryan, but Adam Cole able to avoid it, but now being caught with this arm submission hold. It's not really going to get a win, this one, but it just slows the pace of the match down, allows Daniel Bryan a second to capture his breath while trying to conflict more damage into Adam Cole, who now catches Bryan with the gutbuster. It's a good back and forth match, this one so far, but Adam Cole stalking Daniel Bryan from the corner. There's that running drop kick. Wow. Adam Cole into the pin. Oh, but Cesaro distracting the referee, and the referee not counting the pin. Wow, okay. So it looks like these guys at ringside are starting to make some sort of a difference into this match. Cesaro now sending a chair into the ring. German suplex there by Daniel Bryan. Bryan bringing... Oh, Daniel Bryan... Steel chair right to the gut of Adam Cole, while referee being distracted by Cesaro. Wow, Daniel Bryan, we knew he had to try and utilise some tactics here to try and even up the numbers game, but we didn't think it would be him using the steel chair. But oh, now locking in the label lock here on Adam Cole. There it is, locked in. Is he going to tap? Oh my God, he's tapped. Got a brand new Intercontinental Champion. Undisputed Era have been destroyed here this evening. They've gone from having all after all or nothing to now walking away with just the Women's Championship here after the Chaos 3 pay-per-view. But there'll be some words exchanged here, won't there? And there we go then, your winner and new Intercontinental Champion, Daniel Bryan. And the night has changed, isn't it now? Undisputed Era walked in with the Tag Team Championships and the Intercontinental Championship, and they're walking out with neither of those belts. Wow. What a swing this has been here for Daniel Bryan and Kings of Wrestling. It's been a terrible night for the Undisputed Era. And here's our next match of the evening. It is going to be Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles in a #1 contendership match for the Adrenaline Championship. So the winner of this one is effectively going to main event Shabby Mania. Simple as that. And it is going to be Sami Zayn making his way out first. Of course, this match has really been built up due to a couple of weeks ago when it was supposed to be AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens in a #1 contendership match. Now, Sami was not happy with the way that these championship matches are being given out. He believed that it was unfair, the fact that AJ just, for some reason, always got an opportunity, even though he got defeated at the previous pay-per-view. AJ got put straight back in another championship match, which... yeah, he was not happy with at all. So he took it into his own hands to make sure that Kevin Owens was going to get that championship match. And due to that, PJ Toby made this big match here at Chaos Theory, #1 contendership. AJ Styles gets his opportunity that he should have got, of course, this month, but couldn't wrestle him because he was taken out before the match. And of course, Sami Zayn gets his opportunity. It's a little bit of an iffy one because it is sort of showing people that basically you can just fight your way into an opportunity like this. But I suppose Sami Zayn does have a point. The fact that AJ Styles was given another championship match when probably maybe wasn't worth, maybe didn't deserve it after losing to Joe. It's tricky. There's a lot of fantastic names on this roster, isn't there? A lot of fantastic names on this roster, and you can see why AJ would be disappointed, I suppose. Or why Sami Zayn would be disappointed. Because, like I say, Zayn has not really been given the opportunity so far. But now he's got a chance to show everyone what he can do. As AJ makes his way to the ring now. This is going to be a cracking match as well, isn't it? Let's face it. This is a match that I think PJ Toby always wanted to have in this universe mode at some point. And luckily for him, Sami Zayn is giving him the perfect reason to make it. So here we go then. AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn. The bell goes and we are underway. AJ straightaway now backbreaker on Sami Zayn, and AJ could not be happy with the situation so far, can he? He cannot be happy with the fact that he could have been going for that championship here this evening, but I suppose it works pretty well because, yeah, Styles by winning this match can end up becoming the main event at Shabby Mania, which is possibly a massive, massive thing as well for anybody. That's where you want to be. You want to be main eventing the biggest shows of all, and that is our big finale. At the end of every season, we have a Shabby Mania. AJ now wrenching back at the leg of Sami Zayn. And AJ in control at this point in time. Sami Zayn struggling here. And Sami has put himself out there like we said, but it's not really gone his way so far. Nice gut buster there by AJ Styles on Sami Zayn. AJ now willing Zayn back up to his feet. Springboard. What was that take? Was there some sort of like senton takedown? I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Zayn, sending Styles in. Styles breaking free there, and now taking Zayn up, looking for a neck breaker. Zayn now big boot across the back of Styles as well. That's completely wrong way around, wasn't it? Completely the wrong way around. But AJ dropping those elbows right in the kneecap of Sami Zayn. AJ now willing Zayn back up to his feet. This is a phenomenal forearm. We can see a very quick match here. It's not. It's another one of those overcastles. Still very effective though by Styles and Zayn. Boom, Zayn catching Styles with the jawbreaker. Oh, and Styles now with the right hand now into another gutbuster on Sami Zayn. Zayn now shoulder block taking down Styles. Now Zayn bringing Styles back up to his feet. What does he have planned? Styles now, nice flatliner. I'm getting these names wrong. I keep getting stuck in these little things where I keep getting people's bloody names wrong, don't I? But it is Sami Zayn currently in control of this match. Northern Lights suplex here on AJ Styles. Zayn now heading up to the middle rope and saw Styles crawling away, so decided against his attack. Zayn now bringing Styles back up to his feet. Another snap suplex, and wow, Zayn maybe right about his own ability here. He was moaning about the opportunities that AJ was getting ahead of everybody else, and Zayn has a chance here to prove that he is good enough to have those opportunities himself. AJ now looking for that 1916, the reverse Bloody Sunday. And now into an armbar as well. Wow, we've seen this already get a victory for Taynara Conti earlier on in the show. But Sami Zayn able to break free. And Styles rolls to the outside. What happened to Styles there? I don't know what happened to him there. He looked a bit shaken when he left the ring. Now as Sami Zayn. Oh, nice Northern Light suplex on the outside there by Styles on Zayn. Now Styles slides back in the ring. I'm sure Styles wouldn't be happy with a count-out victory, but if it gets you the main match at Shabby Mania, why not? Why the hell not? Zayn slowly back up to his feet. Referee at the 6 count. Styles allows him to slide back in the ring, but waits there for him, ready to attack. Now into another armbar. But Zayn able to... What is Zayn doing? Yeah, Zayn is able to break free. I'm quite sure what was going on there because of the... Yeah, it was a bit weird, wasn't it? Backbreaker there by Zayn on AJ Styles. Zayn with the clubbing blow against the back of the head of Styles. Now caught him with the clothesline and another clothesline. And Zayn with a drop kick in the face of Styles as well. And Zayn really starting to feel it. Zayn bringing Styles back up to his feet, looking for the Blue Thunder Bomb. There it is. But decides not to pin. That's an interesting decision there. Decides against the pin. It's a very interesting decision. Zayn may have just, let's say, lost an opportunity, but should have taken the opportunity. Styles fighting back with the elbow at the corner now. Styles, Zayn catching the back elbows. Into the half and half suplex, and Styles launched across the face and landed face first as well. There's the pin now by Zayn. Only a 1 count. Well, Styles kick it out quite convincingly. Zayn now heading up. Springboard frog splash to the back of AJ Styles. Styles able to turn the match back around, now stalking Sami Zayn. Oh my god. Yes, wow. Styles locking in the Koji clutch on the flatliner and makes Sami Zayn tap out to his own maneuver. Wow, AJ Styles is your winner and is going on to face off against the winner of the Adrenaline Championship match later on this evening in the main event of Shabby Mania. It's going to be a massive, massive show, that one. And now we know our main event. Zayn showed that he is a top-class wrestler. No doubt about that. But, yeah, was unable to really finish off AJ Styles. And there he is with a flatliner into the Koji clutch. One of Sami Zayn's own maneuvers. And Zayn had to tap out. He was stuck there. There's no way he was going to reach the ropes. He had to tap. And Sami Zayn, unfortunately, is not going to Shabby Mania to main event. But AJ Styles is. Well done, AJ Styles. So will it be Samoa Joe or will it be Kevin Owens? Who will be facing off against AJ Styles at Shabby Mania's main event? We're going to find out next. And here we go then, now time for our main event of the evening. Kevin Owens goes one-on-one against Samoa Joe for the Adrenaline Championship. Now, of course, this match is pretty interesting. Kevin Owens should have been faced off against AJ Styles in the #1 contendership match, as we found out earlier on. That match was a no-go ahead. It was a non-compete for AJ Styles after he was assaulted during the entrance by Sami Zayn. Therefore, PJW made a match the next week between Kevin Owens and Zack Sabre Jr. for the #1 contendership, in which Owens was able to defeat Zack and get this opportunity. And now Owens versus Joe is going to happen. It'll be pretty damn cool, isn't it? Owens versus Joe. Isn't that how Joe made his debut, wasn't it? In NXT? Because didn't Joe make a save for Zayn over Owens? If I remember correctly. I think it was. Wasn't there that one? Was it the? I'm trying to remember now. My memory's not great. Wasn't there a takeover where? Yeah, there was a takeover where Owens made his debut. And yeah, Owens made his debut. He won his debut match, and at the end of the show, he came out after Zayn had just won the championship. He came out and then beat up Zayn, and then didn't Joe come out and make the save? Wasn't it like all in one pay-per-view? That was pretty insane, wasn't it? I think. I might be completely wrong on this one. In fact, I probably am completely wrong on this one, to be honest. But there we go. And I think that's 2 different takeovers, to be honest. I think it was 2 different takeovers. I think it was. My memory's not as good as it used to be. But either way, we have got Joe versus Owens here for you tonight. It'd be interesting to see what happens. Of course, Joe, I think, is out injured until Mania. So we're not going to see any of Joe now until after Mania. But it'd be interesting to see what trades they make after Mania this year. Because it'd be pretty cool to see some people move either way. I'd like to potentially see Joe move to SmackDown, and we could do a little Joe versus Styles feud. That'd be pretty cool. Of course, going classic TNA. I think WWE generally like to stay away from. I think they like to stay away from doing things that have already happened, don't they? So Joe versus Styles is maybe a little bit of an iffy one, because Joe versus Styles happened in real life in TNA, and I don't think they want people to really think about that. They want to try and make them WWE stars, not relive their TNA days. So maybe I don't know. It'd be pretty cool though for the fans like us guys who remember that sort of stuff. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Really, to think about having that. We've got Styles versus Nakamura now, so it's possible, I suppose. It's definitely possible. So here we go then. Kevin Owens versus Samoa Joe, Adrenaline Championship on the line. So we know already that AJ Styles is going to be main eventing Shabby Mania, but which one of these 2 guys will he be facing for that championship? Joe holds the belt up high. Joe's just such a beast, isn't he? Now, you can't write Kevin Owens off, don't get me wrong, but Joe is just such a beast. Owens looks at the championship. He knows this is his big opportunity to prove himself. The referee holds another championship up high. Again, dreaming of the days that could have been if he was actually better. Bless him. Right, so we had some glitchiness last time. We are going to try this one again. I got frustrated. That's the best way to put it. I got bloody frustrated with the glitchiness that happened last time. It was so annoying. I don't know. Just glitchiness in general. Just freaking glitchiness in general. But we're back. We're going to go over again. Just every now and again, the game just decides it's going to go haywire, doesn't it? That's just how it's designed, I think. But Joe now pushing Owens into the corner. Referee has to force him apart. We've got a bit of chain wrestling to start the show off tonight then. But Owens catching Joe straight away. Oh, Russian leg sweep, but the arm hooked behind is very, very painful. You drop your entire body weight on that arm. It's very, very painful. Owens now German suplex on Samoa Joe, and Owens is really up for this tonight. Really up for this. Owens bringing Joe back up to kneeling base, but Joe fighting back with the right hand to the gut of Owens. Joe sending Owens off the rope. Both guys just bounced into each other. Both guys trying to showcase their strength and their ability, but it's just not working at the moment. They're both very similarly rated strength-wise. Owens, oh, what a suplex. Release as well. Let's take down all. Owens now taking Joe up, spins him round onto his back into an air raid slam. Wow. That's pretty cool, actually. Owens now taking Joe up once again, sit out scoop slam, and Owens is showing some great ability here against Joe. In real control at this point in time. But Joe fighting back and over the top sunset flip on Kevin Owens. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Owens able to break free. Back elbow by Joe, and oh, nice. Nice little sweeping kick taking Owens down, and Owens rolls to the outside. Remember, champion's advantage is in play here. And I think Owens won't mind if he wins this by countout, because he knows... Sorry, Joe won't mind if he wins this by countout, should I say, really. Owens won't mind, because he won't win the championship then, but... Joe knows that a win here, no matter what, or just retaining the championship here, no matter what, means that in 5 episodes' time at Shabby Mania, he will get to main event against his biggest adversary. I got the word right eventually. AJ Styles, of course, for the Adrenaline Championship, and Owens is busted open here, and Joe now just dropping Owens once again, face first, across the apron. Although Joe would be happy just keeping the championship by count, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, he wants to beat Owens. He wants to prove that he is #1 here on Adrenaline, and so far he's done that. Big win against AJ last month. Joe sending Owens into the turnbuckle. Now hooks him up in the Tree of Woe. Ooh. Owens with one of the most unlikely reversals you've ever seen. Owens is really bleeding heavily as well. Remember, as I always say, when you bleed like that, it means that you really are just losing liquid energy from your skull. It's very, very difficult. Owens now hoisting Joe up on his shoulders. What's he looking for here? Oh, but Joe fighting back. What's Joe going to turn this? Oh, Joe turns it into a super bulldog. Wow. Wow, that's pretty insane. The super bulldog. Joe now big boots in the face of Kevin Owens. Nice double chop, but Owens fighting back, taking Joe down. Owens looking for an ace crusher. Joe fought him away. Joe now propping Owens across the ropes and just clotheslines him to the outside. Wow. Dropped him hard. And Joe definitely teaching Owens some lessons here on just brutality. Owens now with the arm breaker on Samoa Joe. And for some reason just walking him into the corner before Joe able to break free. Another moment of madness with a glitchy game, eh? You know what this game's like, don't you? That's DDT there by Joe. Now looking to bring Owens back up, but Owens dropping Joe over his shoulder. Joe fighting back though, and every time Owens tries to get some offense in this match, Joe's just one step ahead of him, isn't he? Every time. Joe now alley-oop suplex on Kevin Owens, and Owens is really struggling, the blood streaming from his face. And there's the Coquina clutch locked in middle of the ring by Samoa Joe, and he drops down and grapevines it. This could be the end. And it is. Kevin Owens has to tap out. And Samoa Joe is still your Adrenaline champion, which does mean we now know our main event for Shabby Mania is going to be Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles for the Adrenaline Championship. Wow. What a match that is going to be. Big finale of Shabby Mania. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Just awesome. And there was a Coquina clutch locked in the middle of the ring. Kevin Owens had no choice but to tap out there. He was going nowhere. He was grapevined. He had nowhere to go. And your winner and still Adrenaline champion, Samoa Joe. Boom. That is pretty insane, isn't it? I'm so looking forward to Shabby Mania now. That is a big, big match to have. And of course, Shabby Mania is going to be a 10-match card. Probably split across 2 videos because we are going to have some good stuff going on there. Some really cool stuff going on there. So yeah, probably cut across 2 videos. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But we now know Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles will main event that show. Anyway, guys, that is the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do slap a like and, of course, subscribe if you're new around here. We'll be back in a few days' time for our next episode of Adrenaline as we start to build towards our big finale, Shabby Mania. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
The 1, 2, 3.